The magical show. Multicolored flashing lights shone everywhere. Bring, bring, clank, clank. All the coins fell onto the ground and into the slot machines. There was a clink clack of poker chips getting shuffled together. Wow, I can't believe we're finally in Vegas. That was the best surprise ever, I blurted out to my grandpa as we strolled into the hotel. It was 2016, and I knew my grandpa would surprise me that summer, but I didn't know it would be this astonishing. He didn't explain to me what was happening until we had already left in the car. The sun was beating down on us from the sidewalk, so I was thrilled to get into the air-conditioned hotel. I flipped out when my grandpa told me we were going to see a David Copperfield magic show in Las Vegas. When do we have to leave for the magic show? I inquired. It's here in the building, my grandpa replied. We should get a quick dinner and head over to the show. We promenaded through the casino to get dinner. I ordered a delightful cheeseburger. My mouth was watering when the food came, as I hadn't eaten since we had left and I was starving. I was as ravenous as a bear. It's time to go, my grandpa announced once we both finished. We hopped over to the show. I couldn't hold in my excitement. I couldn't wait until the show started. I was as excited as a kid on Christmas morning. I walked into the theater as energized as ever. The employees scanned our tickets and gave us a white wristband that said David Copperfield. We had the most outstanding seats ever. Our seats were in the front row. The seats were so close that I was able to touch the stage. Finally, the lights went dim. The show was about to begin. Poof! David Copperfield appeared right on the stage. It was unlike anything I had ever seen before. It blew my mind. He did some of the most amazing tricks, but there was one trick that really stood out for me. It was probably one of the best tricks I ever seen. He asked for a volunteer. He picked a woman that came up on stage. He gestured to a big metal ring that was hanging from the ceiling. It was quite big, so it was visible to the crowd. There was no card suspended by a yarn hanging from the big metal ring, spinning around in circles. There was over 1,000 note cards hanging. A blindfold got placed over the woman. Then she snatched one of the note cards. Are you positive that you want this note card? David Copperfield asked. Yes, responded the woman. The woman read the word arrange on the note card. Then the coolest thing happened. This is what made it the most marvelous magical trick ever. David Copperfield told us to look at the wristband that we were granted as we walked into the show. Then it happened. The word arrange magically appeared on the wristband. Wow, I thought to myself. I clapped my hands in awe. Woohoo! That was the best show ever. I thank my grandpa for taking me to this remarkable show as we walked back up to the hotel room. I will never forget that day when my grandpa opened up the door to magic for me. After I had this unbelievable experience with my grandpa, now I'm more marveled in magic than I was before. I will always treasure this memory with my grandpa.